The Quantum Group USA, LLC in California, DBA Quantum Distribution and Insurance Services. Advisors are responsible for following all insurance, DOL, FINRA, SEC, broker-dealer, and compliance officer approval requirements prior to distributing this information to clients. Well, apparently it's another Wolfe on the Street podcast.
Apparently.
As
We're
you
still
can tell.
here.
Yeah, we're still here.
We're still here.
And to my left is the Honorable A.J. Wolfe, the president, the CEO of the Wolf Pack, vice president of advisor development here at Quantum. We'd start out by talking about 2026. We're pretty busy. We got a lot going on here this year. I mean, in the next, our sister company Nexus sponsors the Waste Management Open Pro-Am.
Small golf tournament.
Small, that's the greatest show on grass. Let me give you perspective on this. So imagine the average tour event usually has attendance of around, somewhere on the big scale, 200 to 300,000 people will come in through the gates on an average tour event, right?
All week.
All week.
All week.
This tournament, it's like the city of Milwaukee just moved here. It's like 1 million people come through the gates, and they're all drunk, and it's really fun. But anyway, that's part of the entertainment side of what Quantum does. As our sister company is a sponsor of that, we're heavily involved with it. We love Nexus, and we love the Waste Management Open because it is Scottsdale and it is this time of the year, and probably a good reason for you to get out here.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it's a little cold in the rest of the country right now. Something's going on. I can't really tell here, 75 and sunny. But yeah, how cool open week, Scotty. It's kind of the chaos that we all know and love. Mm-hmm. How about Ron and Jimmy actually playing in the Pro-Am?
Right, like they do every year.
Pretty neat to actually get to follow those guys with the pros. It's a really unique experience. But while we're having fun, we're also doing some business. We're running some pretty selective meetings, correct?
That's right, work to be done. And the Waste Management Open is one of the things that you can come, and take part in when you come to Scottsdale to visit Quantum. We have a lot of other things going on, especially the first quarter of this year. Mm-hmm. We have sales training. Mm-hmm. Our top producer, he's 33 years old. What does he do in premium on an annual basis?
Not much, couple $100 million.
Couple $100 million. He's going to go over his process, which is something that you really need to see.
Trade secrets.
Trade secrets.
Trade secrets.
That's
We're just giving them out.
His average case size is over 700,000.
Yep.
Can we really think about that?
Yep.
And then referral training's coming up in April. So we got a lot going on the first quarter.
We absolutely do. And even to top that off, Scotty, we've got some spring training baseball games that we're doing as well.
As you probably know about Scottsdale, you probably haven't been here for much of the time, but when we see a cloud, we think it's a UFO. Where the rest of the country right now is under 3 feet of snow.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're coming to you. We're pleading for you to take the time, once you can break out, to come and visit us and see what Quantum's all about.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a broken record, but truly, if advisors have not come out and seen us and visited us in Scottsdale, where we're wrapping around all this value, all this fun, mm-hmm. right? We want to have fun, but we also want to get our hands dirty, right, and do some business. And Scotty, even sit in this beautiful studio that we are in, you on a daily basis, me on a bi-weekly basis. So guys, there's plenty to do out here, plenty of knowledge. I know that's a lot about what we're talking about here today too, is some stuff coming down the pipe. New products, mm-hmm. new comp programs. Guys, Quantum had a record year last year. And just as we always tell you that we want to earn your business, insurance companies want to earn our business, right? So because of the business that Quantum does, our advisors are grandfathered into the highest comp tiers in the industry. And I think that's a pretty big ordeal, right? We're always putting clients first. Obviously, that's the name of the game. But if we can help put some more food on your table as well, mm-hmm. I think your spouses are going to be happy with that.
You have access to the best products, the best solutions, mm-hmm. and then you're going to be paid well, compensated well because of that. And again, if you do the best for your clients, you're probably going to be a fit for us. If you're just out for a cop or you're just out here to bounce around from IMO to IMO, you're probably not a good fit for us, but you need to take the time to at least see what Quantum is all about, how we are different, because I like to call us the anti-IMO, and I do that very seriously. We know the kinds of experiences you've had in past relationships with some of the other competitors in the industry, which they're fine. They just have a different way of doing things. We're very custom. We're very boutique in the way that we work with marketing, but we have access to every product in the space, and we're going to tell you which ones are a good fit for your client.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there, guys, over 400 products, and it's hard enough for Quantum, us personally, to go through and comb all those products, figure out which ones work best. We can't expect you guys to do that in the field, right? So we want you leaning on us. And again, from a product standpoint, it's a little bit what we're talking about today as well. I can share a little, Scotty.
Go ahead.
I can share a little.
Go ahead. It's okay.
There's some stuff coming down the pipe that you all are not aware about. Some new carriers, some new products that Quantum, I will say, is going to be highly, highly exclusive to. I'll let that be the little carrot.
That's exciting. See, we don't sit still here. We are constantly evolving. Let's talk about some of the new technology. I think that that's going to be available to advisors just to help you do a better job with your clients, but make your job infinitely easier.
Yeah, how about that AI, right? We've all been kind of hearing the AI buzz, tech. Well, Quantum is doubling down, right? Not only on our events, as Scott and I have kind of shared with you. We want to get you guys face to face. We want you to come see us. We want you guys to get ingrained with all that is Quantum. However, to Scotty's point, we want to make your lives easier as well. So we have doubled down on tech and AI. And we've got some pretty neat software coming down the pipe. A lot of you have seen it with our annuity rate watch. That's just the beginning. When we start showing you guys some of the stuff that is going to make your replacement business, your new business, your transfers seamless as possible, coupled with some great comp and some great products, that's kind of what we're referring to as a win-win-win.
You know, we really do set ourselves apart with product, and that's and that's one thing that we're very, very proud of.
Right.
We also set ourselves apart with marketing. Now, a lot of you have had some experience with marketing from some of these other competitors, and that's okay.
Sure.
Now, a lot of them, they're more about, well, I should say this, in IMO, FMO, most of the time that M is silent. It's supposed to stand for marketing, right? We really do take that seriously. So custom approach, we're now managing, I think, over 400 custom websites that we've developed in-house. The video platform here, the audio platform, the 40-plus radio shows that we're running, all the live event consulting and coaching that we do, and some proprietary relationships with some lead partners that we trust. Again, think of us as a filter, but we want to take over if it's necessary and if it's a value, marketing for you. We become an extension of your firm. We don't work with everybody. We can't offer this level of service to everybody. As long as you're engaged, as long as you want to grow, as long as you want to get better, and you want to spend more time with your clients, that's where we come in to evolve your brand, elevate, make your megaphone louder so that when people look for you, they have no problem finding you. And what they find is exceptional.
Yeah, and I just talked to a guy here, this was last week, Scotty, and I've been doing this a long time. And typically we'll run into an advisor that has maybe one, maybe two, rarely three IMOs that they'll partner with. This guy had 6.
Yikes.
6. I actually congratulated him. I said, you sound exactly like my wife, more organized than anyone I've ever met. How the heck can you keep 6 IMOs at bay? Why do you go to this one for this and this for that? And at the end, he couldn't even tell me. He couldn't even tell me the marketer that he worked with. I said, that's not a partnership, right? That's not what that is. And once he found out that Quantum, he had one IMO for his Nexus business, one IMO for his national business, one IMO for his IDG, one IMO for his marketing. And once he found out that Quantum could do all of that under one roof, game over.
Yeah, and so that's a good reason why somebody like that finds value. And that with that many relationships, that's more stress.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You get one number here. We don't have voicemail here. Somebody will always pick up the phone. If, for
Yes.
example, AJ isn't here, a member of his team likely will be.
Yes.
But somebody will take your call, and if you need something from a carrier, you don't call the carrier, you call us. That's what you call.
I can't believe how many times I have to reiterate that to advisors. And I joke, and a lot of you out there listening and watching have heard this joke, so I apologize. But I say, if you want the answer, call me. If you want the right answer, call Danny on my team. And I just hired on a new kid, Blake Story, who you all meet. Absolute stud, been in the industry forever, product knowledge out the wazoo, and he's just been an incredible addition to the team. So we are full horsepower or full pack, ready to roll for 2026.
And I think lastly, too, if you're not aware of this, we spend a lot of time in New York. And why do we do that, AJ? It's because we have to go to the belly of the beast to where all the action happens, but that's where the indexes are. But as a producer with Quantum, you have that opportunity to stand on the exchange floor, to go to Deutsche Bank. Yeah, where it all started. To go to Goldman and sit there and have meetings and see that, but also hear Ron speak, but also talk about some of the things that we do face to face, but see where all this stuff really begins.
How funny is that, Scott? When we first started going to New York, they looked at us like we were the annuity guy. You know, we had the black trench coat coming in. We were here to, steal grandma's retirement money, right? That was us. That was Quantum. That was a Nexus. And now, open arms, right? And the RIAs that I talk to that come up to New York to experience it, these RIAs have never heard us talk and position the annuity and actually how the sausage is made. Scotty, we're not talking about cap rates. We're not talking about par rates. We're not talking about income riders. We're talking about options pricing. I'm talking about general accounts. I'm talking about insurance company, what they're doing, how they're making their money, right? I feel like advisors and clients alike always wonder, too good to be true. Too good to be true. We hear that all the time. It's like, no. It's not magic, it's just math, guys. That's all it is. So those New York events, I love that you brought that up. It's training unlike anything that you've ever seen before. We take it very, very further past just the product, high-level knowledge. We get very granular.
And you're accurate there. When we first went to New York, they looked at us as the annuity guys. Now when Deutsche Bank or Goldman comes up with a new index, they call a Nexus.
How about that?
They go like, we have something that we want to introduce to you first. So it's changed the landscape dramatically. So what's the message here? Get to Scottsdale.
Scott, we're fun guys.
We are.
We're fun. We might be boring on this podcast, but truly when you meet us in person, we're fun guys.
No, we really are. Yeah. And we mean well. We don't do this just for fun, although it is so much fun. This is the best job I've ever had.
I agree.
I have to honestly say that. This is fun. I spend a lot of time doing other things, but take the opportunity to come out here. We'll take care of you. We have a hotel on property. We have restaurants on property. We have the waste management open and walking distance away from us. Scottsdale's great this time of year. Get out here.
Sitting courtside 3 times this week.
Oh yeah, how many times?
Terrible lifestyle
with the Suns?
We live out here. Just another awesome opportunity, awesome experience. If you're a sports buff, basketball, football, baseball. Hell, our owner owns the arena football team. Scott, couple that in with the partnership. I don't know what else to tell. I don't know what else to say.
Which means we're done. Thank you so much for watching. Let me thank our team back there, Ryan and Kat, taking care of everything, doing such a great job with us. And all of you for watching. We'll see you soon. Get to Scottsdale or else.
Arroo!